Hello my stinky little friends and welcome back to another video. I really don't have anything planned for this week, so I thought that we could just spend some cozy time together doing our favorite hobbies. Today is a lovely rainy day, which for me always means a reading day. I love taking advantage of rainy days to get nice and cozy and read a book. For today's book, I would like to continue reading the Twilight series. I finished Twilight a couple months ago and I'd like to continue by reading New Moon. For some reason, I didn't have my copy of Twilight, but I do have my original copies of all of the rest of the books. And I wanted to show you guys my copy of Eclipse. They're all very beaten up and old, as you can see. And they've been well loved over the years, but I specifically wanted to show you guys my Eclipse copy because I remember going to a mall in Minnesota while we were visiting family and I got my book signed by Stephenie Meyer and it says to Millie. Isn't that crazy? I was so obsessed with this series when it came out. I think everybody was, but for me it was my first young adult series that I ever read. I bought these books the second they hit the shelves and I didn't eat or sleep or brush my teeth until I had finished reading each book as it came out. I was absolutely obsessed with these, but the dust covers for all of these books are long gone and they're very old and beaten up, but they're still usable, so that's good. I will say that my read-through of Twilight was very entertaining because I haven't actually read the books since the first time that I read them when I was a teenager. And so reading it now as an adult with some life experience is very different to how it was the first time I read it. I can see why I loved it so much, but I can also see now the toxic traits in their relationship. I remember as a kid thinking that that was the way that love should be. He was literally in her room in the middle of the night, standing in the corner watching her sleep. I think maybe a week after they first met. That's not cool. That's not cool or chill. But anyway, I thought for today we could get a simmer pot going and get nice and cozy and start reading New Moon and see how it goes. I'm 17 pages in and it's already started. Listen to this. No one bothered to stare at us as we took our usual seats in the back of the classroom. We had almost every class together now. It was amazing the favors Edward could get the female administrators to do for him. He is already in her bedroom every night when she sleeps, just watching her sleep. They have every single class together. Her only friend other than Edward is Alice, his sister. She's so angry about her birthday and turning 18 because she thinks that she's going to be a haggard old lady and Edward is just going to stay young and beautiful. This is so ridiculous. I distinctly remember being on Bella's side, being like, yeah, why doesn't he just turn you into a vampire? Then you can live happily ever after together forever. But now I'm on Edward's side. What are you doing? Of course he doesn't want to turn you into a vampire. Go do anything else. Go do literally anything else. You're 18 years old. Hey guys, good morning. I'm getting ready to take Mowgli for a morning walk and it is so chilly today. I think it's like low 60s that I get to wear a fleece. I get to wear a fleece on our walk and there's a crisp breeze happening. I could not be more excited. This is the best day ever. I've been absolutely loving collecting leaves and stuff while I've been walking to bring them home and watercolor. And today I want to try and see if I can find anything else to watercolor as well. There's a little beach on our walk that I know has like seashells and stuff that I could look at. Then just keeping my eye open for anything else that might be fun to watercolor as well. Every time that I take Mowgli for a walk, we are guaranteed to get stopped by people. Everyone always loves to give him a pet and say how cute he is. I don't know what it is about Mowgli specifically because I personally think that all of my animals are very cute, but he is guaranteed to get attention while we're out on a walk and he loves it. He lives for it. I bought this pedometer a couple weeks ago because I used to have an Apple Watch and I just didn't like how available an Apple Watch made me. It meant that people could text or call me all the time. It was right there on my wrist. I got every single notification and I just didn't enjoy that. I didn't like it, but I still wanted to know how many steps I do on average each day. So I got a pedometer instead and it's really motivated me to go for walks. I think I'm just one of those people where if I can see how many steps I'm doing or how much exercise I'm getting, it makes it very motivating for me to actually go out and do those things. I'm not actually sure. My morning walk this morning was about 7,000 steps and I'm not sure what that means in miles. Let me check. It says that 7,000 steps is 8 miles. That just simply isn't true. That's not true. 3.5 miles. Okay, 3.5 miles. There's also differences for men versus women, I guess because women usually have shorter steps, but I think I would qualify as a man in this because I'm 6 foot tall. About 3.3 miles. Okay. But anyway, the TLDR of that is I got a pedometer and it's made a difference in how motivated I am to go and do exercise. Now let's talk about the most important part, which is all of the little trinkets that I picked up on my walk. Okay, so these are the different leaves that I picked up. They're all kind of the same leaf now that I look at them. That's okay. They got really pretty colors. Mowgli did eat the top of this one. Just a little snack. Those are the leaves. And then these are all of the shells and rocks that I picked up. I really didn't pick these up for any rhyme or reason, just things that looked cool is what I got and things that I thought would be fun to watercolor. This is a really cool shell. I like all the different patterns on it. I think that would be really fun. This rock, I don't know if the camera will even focus on this one. It's so tiny. But this one has like little stripes on it. And this is some sea glass that I found. I don't know if it's technically, is it called sea glass? I don't know. This obviously came from a bottle or something, but it's been smoothed down by the sea. Does that make it sea glass, or is there like an actual thing that the sea creates that's called sea glass? I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just a trinket collector. So those are all the trinkets. Very good haul, I think, from my walk today. And I would like to do some watercoloring, but first I'm going to take a shower and put some comfier clothes on, and then we can do some watercoloring. Hey guys, I was just having some iPad Kid time and I realized that I don't think I've ever shown you guys my Pinterest, and that's crazy to me because I'm so proud of it. And I also use Pinterest almost constantly for everything. I use it to plan my home, my outfits, my months, my hair. Really just all of my inspiration for my entire life comes from Pinterest, and so I thought that it would be fun if I showed you guys how I usually plan out my months using Pinterest. So basically I have a board for each month. We'll go into the October one to show you. I'll go through and I'll pin things that I would like to do during that month. So we have like baking, reading, going to an apple orchard, cinnamon rolls, and then sometimes I'll do stuff like this where it's kind of like capturing the way that I want this month to feel, if that makes sense. Got lots of like hot chocolate and hobbies. I don't think it's quite scarf and beanie weather yet, but I'm manifesting it, so that's okay. We got Simmer Pots and Gilmore Girls. So yeah, let's go through and add some more pins together. I am in the mood to do some baking this afternoon, and something that has been all over my Pinterest boards for the last couple months that I just haven't been brave enough to do is baking cinnamon rolls from scratch. I thought that we could give it a go today. Let's go try and make some. The cinnamon rolls turned out delicious. I was very worried there for a second when I originally cut them and I put them in the tray and they were so small and they looked so dumb. After I proved them for a little bit and then baking them, they like tripled in size and filled up the whole tray basically. So every time I bake with yeast, I always feel like I've completely ruined it until the end product comes out. I just can't find myself trusting the process, but they turned out great. They're delicious. The recipe did lie and say that it was an easy recipe. I would not consider that recipe particularly easy. It had a lot of steps, a lot of different things, and a lot of different ways that butter needed to be used. And it was also a very lengthy process. It took about like 2.5 hours to make them. That's a long time. So I'm going to end this video here, but before I do, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who took the time to leave such lovely comments on my last video when I was talking about how my OCD has been affecting my YouTube creation. You guys sharing your mental health journeys and your experiences and how the content that I create is a safe space for you guys and it helps you feel seen. Number one, it made me cry, and also it just filled me with so much joy to know that these YouTube videos that I'm creating are helpful to people and that we're creating a safe space for everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to write those comments. They were so lovely. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with another video.